I'm joined by Cork Camogie star Amy O'Connor to talk about the Littlewoods Ireland Leagues, which are just about to kick off. Have you been missing playing?
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to get back. It's been a long, geez, what is it, 6 months, 7 months even. So really looking forward to getting back. Yeah,
Yeah, and of course the league wasn't finished last year because of COVID, so Galway are defending a title they won in 2019. So a
yeah, and I
long,
think last year, yeah, work away.
no, I was just going to say a long way to try and claim it back.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It was a pity it was cancelled last year, but obviously just the way it happened, And I think we were going well in the league last year as well, and I think there was other teams like Tipperary went really well. I think they ended up making the final, top in their group. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting back. And as you said, yeah, Galway are technically still the defending champions of the league, so no doubt they'll be trying to defend that crown.
Can you reflect on last season and obviously you started off well in the All Ireland semi-final against Kilkenny, but it didn't go your way.
Yeah, definitely. We started off really well. I think we was a 1-3 to no score up after about 14 minutes. And we should have pushed on really from there, but unfortunately we just didn't. And Kilkenny stuck with us. It was something we looked long and hard at over the winter, both as individuals and as a group as well. And, had some feedback from management and stuff like that. So we really looked at it in depth as to where we went wrong and what we can do to improve. And while it was really disappointing, we have to learn from it now. It's never a loss if you learn. I think we love ourselves both as players and as people. Because of that game, we did start well, but we just didn't push on, and we needed to figure out why we didn't do that.
Yeah, and like, can you talk? Has there been much change in the panel over? Like, I mean, it's been so long at this stage, but has there been much change in the panel?
Yeah, we've had massive change in our panel. Obviously, we've lost Gemma O'Connor. I'll say that over and over again, probably the greatest camogie player of all time. So really disappointed to see Gemma retire. For obviously for selfish reasons, we wanted her to stay. But look, she's done unbelievable things for camogie, and she'll be remembered forever as probably the greatest of all time. So really sad to see her go, but wishing her the best of luck in her next chapter. And then we've also lost Pamela Mackey. So Pamela has decided to take a year out and to focus on other areas of her life. So Pamela has been one of the top defenders in the country for the last 5 years, even longer probably. So it's disappointing to see Pam step away for the year. Again, from a selfish perspective, but we're hoping to see her back in 2022. And similarly, Julia White has also opted out of the panel for this year. But they haven't retired, so we're hoping to see them back at some stage. We can't focus on that now. We need to focus on what we have, and brought in lots of new young players, Cleena Dooley, Isabel Sheehan. So we're really excited about them players. They're chomping at the bit to get going. And then obviously we still have a really young panel anyway. Some people have been around the years, and they're still young. Still finding their feet. So definitely massive changes, but looking forward to the challenges ahead.
Yeah, and at this stage, like you're there a few years now, but you've named a couple of experienced people who won't be there, so you'll probably have to be one of the leading figures in the dressing room now.
7 that have been around a very long time. And it will be we will have to step up into those leadership roles. Myself, Orla Cronin, Laura Tracy, even Chloe Sigerson, who's even younger again. While we're still technically young or in our mid-20s, we definitely need to step up and be those leaders on the team. And I've no doubt about that. And we've leaders all over our dressing room. So we just need to focus on what we have now rather than what we have lost, even though we have lost really, really influential figures, not only for our team on the pitch, but also off the pitch as well. But yeah, we'll definitely have to make that step up.
And did you find it hard to keep your discipline in terms of like practice and keeping fit and all that during the extended period where we couldn't train collectively or play?
No, I actually found it easier this time than last year, which is probably surprising to some people. I found it last year, there was so much uncertainty around it, and you didn't know if it was going to go ahead, and you didn't know like what was the point in training. It mightn't go ahead. Whereas this time I felt that like it will go ahead. We have some light at the end of the tunnel. The vaccines are coming. We just needed to be patient. And so I definitely found it a lot easier this time to keep going, to keep motivated, to stay disciplined.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just going to run through a bit of a Q&A with you now. Quick fire questions, answer them as quickly or as long as you like, up to yourself. What do you remember your first time at Croke Park? And this can be as a kid now.
I remember Gemma O'Connor getting the ball from about 65 yards out and putting it over the bar. So Gemma, obviously, it's a well-known fact that to people in Camogie that Gemma O'Connor was my hero growing up, and I'm sure she is the hero of so many others. But that's something that just stands out in my mind. Gemma O'Connor doing that. I can't even remember what year it was. But yeah, so it was such an honour to play with her for so long, and had to see her go. Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite player of all time? Is it the same person?
Yeah, Gemma O'Connor definitely. I think Orla Cotter as well. Have to give Orla a bit of a nod there as well. I absolutely love playing with Orla, a lady on the pitch and off the pitch, and definitely two of the best players I've ever played with.
Is there room for ladies on the pitch, given all the cut and thrust going on?
Yes, there's always room for ladies on the pitch.
Who's the most famous person that follows you online?
Lisa Jordan just followed me today. So
am I showing my age by saying who's that?
Stop. Just Jordan, famous blogger.
Yeah, definitely know who that is. Who has been your toughest opponent and why?
Jeez. Toughest opponent, I'd probably have to look inside our own dressing room in Cork. You know, Pamela Mackey there, probably, I said, best defender in the country for the last, I don't know how many years. I'd say definitely Pam. I don't think she got enough credit when she played. I'd say if you looked at the stats over the years of how many top players she kept quiet, I'd say it would astonish you. She was just unbelievable, great man marker. Had everything, you know, the speed, the fitness to keep up with people. So yeah, I would look inside my own dressing room there.
Okay, and this could be club or county. The team you most like to beat?
The team I most like to beat.
Who do you like sticking it to?
I suppose as a Cork woman, you'll always love sticking it to Kilkenny. Yeah, Kilkenny, I suppose.
Proudest day?
Proudest day. Jesus. Proudest day was definitely being named Cork captain.
Okay.
It was a huge honour for me. Yeah.
Who's been the biggest influence on your career?
I'd say my boyfriend Danny. So I'm with Danny like 10 years, nearly 10 years. So I met him when I was really young. And he's mad GA, but he's just a good guiding figure in my life. He really helps guide me, you know, that kind of way.
Yeah.
So like I would obviously played soccer and Gaelic football, and he's really good with advice and influential in terms of like he knows his GA inside out. So definitely the most influential figure in my life.
What's your favourite stadium to play in now?
I'd say Parky Weaver, Croke Park.
Okay.
I like Semple Stadium as well, actually. So
the answer is all of them.
I suppose, yeah. Like if you win Croke Park, if you lose, no.
What's the best atmosphere you've ever played in?
Best atmosphere. I'd say the 2017 All Ireland final. I would say. The last went really down to the wire. You know, it was Julia White got the winning score. Definitely that. It was just so tense at the time.
Okay. What's the biggest disappointment to your career?
Biggest disappointment, I think, was last year's semi-final. I suppose I had a good year up until that, and I probably wasn't as in the game as I would have liked to be. And then as a team, I just think we should have pushed on and we didn't. And that's not taken away from Kilkenny at all. Kilkenny played very well, you know. They harried, harassed us. They were intense in the tackle, and they carried that right into the final. But it was just a really disappointing year. End to the year for me.
Okay.
Was that.
A few questions now to put your teammates on the spot or put them on, in a bit of focus. Who's the joker on the panel?
Hannah Looney, without a doubt.
Yeah, why?
She's mad. Hannah.
Okay.
She's just crazy with anything. She turns up to training in the most outrageous outfits and like brilliant.
Who is the best trainer?
Best trainer, as in like who gives it their all in training and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'd say Laura Tracy. She always gives it her all in training and always pushes herself, you know, really, really hard. But like in fairness, everyone in Cork, you know, when we're there to train. we're not there to socialise or anything like that. You can do that before or after, but when you're there to train, you're there to train. But I think Laura Tracy would stand out there.
Who's the best dressed?
Not Hannah. Anyone but Hannah.
Well, the worst dressed is next.
She'll
So
kill
that's
me for
Hanny.
saying that now.
So we'll go with her for the worst.
Best dressed. I think Maeve Callahan has lovely style, actually. Yeah.
Okay, and which player loves the media attention? Now you do a few interviews, so maybe you're the answer here.
Definitely not me, no. I don't know. I have to be careful of what I say there now. I don't know. Jeez, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not even going to answer it.
I always ask the lads who thinks the women loves them. Who thinks the men love them?
Oh, Jesus. I have no idea. I'm just trying to think. I don't know.
Is it a cop out? Are you copping out?
I don't know. I can't really think.
Okay. Anyway, we'll jump
I don't
on.
know.
We'll go
Yeah.
on from that one. What player from another sport do you admire?
Player from another sport. I suppose obviously the obvious one is like Messi or someone like that. Just trying to think. Rachel Blackmore, actually, recently enough, she's probably in the headlines now. There's probably more than that, like Serena Williams, people like that. But I think lately Rachel Blackmore is just brilliant to see that a female jockey has achieved so much, especially in such a short period of time. But yeah, I like Serena Williams as well. There's probably loads more. I just can't think on the spot.
Okay. What manager from another sport do you admire?
I love Pep Guardiola. I love his philosophy of play. He's really, really good.
Okay. Great stuff, Amy. Really appreciate that, and best of luck this season with Cork.
Thanks a million.